just through high school sports, and they were always our next door neighbor type of rival schools. So I was that awkward freshman and he was, I thought, the popular senior. So I never really gave it much of a thought. And then fast forward a few years, I went to Wayne to visit my sister and one of my good friends. And he was there. He happened to be really good friends with my sister at the time. And my first impression of him when he kept trying to talk to me was that he was super arrogant. And I think he thought he had amazing game, but he didn't. And throughout the night, I eventually got to talking to him more, and I realized that he was not what I thought at first. And all those feelings came back when I was that freshman in high school again. So I got nervous talking to him. And of course, when I got nervous, I talked more and more and more. So I figured if any guy can put up listening to me and talking to me all night long is a keeper. I guess I first thought when he was arrogant was he was trying to tell these ridiculous jokes that I wasn't getting. So I just kept going, oh, okay. But eventually he wore me down a little bit. And I think he was really trying to impress my friends as well and his friends. So it was not good at first impression, but he got me eventually.
I met Lauren when I was in school. She came up to visit her sister and friend, and I guess I was attracted to her right away. I mean, she's a cute girl. And we started talking, kept talking, more her, but I enjoyed it. We had good conversation, and I guess followed up. I called her, talked a lot on the phone, and next thing I know, I was asking her out, and here we are.
Our first date was actually, he came down to Lincoln to see me while I was in school, and we were going shopping because he was going on a spring break trip. And I thought any guy who's going to take me shopping and get to pick out all of his clothes with his credit card is a keeper again. So I was really excited about that. And afterwards we just went to Panera Bread, but it was really simple, but that's my first love, is always shopping, so he got that great.
When she turned 21, we went to Colorado, we went skiing. It was a fun trip. We went with a bunch of friends, and it was one of those memorable ones, you know, something I probably would have never done if I would have never met her. I proposed to her in Omaha on a carriage ride. I'm sure she told you already, I had a big plan to, I called the place that we bought her ring from, and I had them call her and tell her a little lie about the ring not being, or different rings coming in, and so I knew she was a little upset, but I know she was kind of expecting it to begin with, so I had to try to find some way to throw her off.
Well, I have been dropping hints for several months, letting him know that I was definitely ready to get engaged. We have picked out a ring and everything, so I knew it was just a matter of time, but he just kept stalling and stalling. Eventually, that morning, we were going to Omaha that night for a Christmas celebration, and he had the jeweler person call me and tell them that my ring that I liked wasn't there anymore, and that he had all these new type of rings, and that I should come take a look, that Steve hasn't been in there to purchase it. So I was instantly furious. I called my sister screaming, he's not gonna propose to me. And she just kept trying to tell me, well, just have fun at least tonight, yell at him tomorrow. So I agreed to that. And we went down to Omaha, went out to eat at a beautiful restaurant. And as we were walking back, he had a Cinderella carriage pull up, and I thought that was a little bit out of his area. So then I got suspicious again. However, we kept going, and there was all these perfect spots I thought he would want to propose to, but it didn't work. So I just knew it's not gonna happen again, and I got that instant mad look again. And as I was looking at the lights, I turned over and I saw him on one knee. And of course, he went into asking me to marry him, and I started crying, of course, as well, thinking I'm having my Cinderella dream and everything. And then when we got back, he had flowers and my favorite bottle of wine waiting for me as well. And the whole time he had somebody taking pictures of the event, so I'll always have those. So for me, he's not a typical planner, and so I knew he went above and beyond.
I guess I got her flowers and, you know, wine and all the girly stuff that she likes, and I proposed to her on a carriage ride then. And I had the carriage driver take pictures, so I'm sure she'll be showing off her pictures and all that. I did it that way, I don't know, I was just trying to think of something special for her. I know it's important to me, but I know it's very important to her. I just wanted something memorable. Lauren's she's a very humble, caring person. I mean, she can laugh at herself, and she's fun to joke around with. I mean, she's a good person. I mean, that's just a good way to describe her, I guess.
On the one. My favorite things about Steve is I guess I can get a little high-strung at times, and he always brings me back and reminds me that it's going to be okay, and just keeps me grounded really well. I know when I first met him that I wasn't attracted because I thought he had these crazy jokes that didn't make sense. But now, after 3 to 4 years of knowing him, he makes me laugh every single day, even if the worst day was possible. He has some type of comeback to make me laugh and forget about the day. I guess I'm just really excited for our future. I know wedding planning has not been the most fun for you, but it's all over now, and so we can enjoy, and I can't wait to see what we're going to have our future hold for us, and I love you very much. I guess what I'm looking most forward to is being able to come home to someone every night who supports what I'm doing and continues just to always make me laugh about our day situations, and hopefully someday raising a family and probably having a lot of redhead babies. Sorry. What about you?
I don't know. I'm not wanting anything special. I mean, everything she said pretty much is spot on, I guess. You know, just be happy, basically. I mean, I know that sounds a little generic, I guess, but...
The day after we got engaged, as any girl is, I was so excited to go show my family, my friends, the ring and tell them how it happened and everything. And Steve had to go to the ER the very next morning due to some neck and back issues. So not the typical engagement celebration we wanted to do, but I guess.
But it did almost kill me.
Did I really meet her, or was it just a sweet dream that lingers in the morning like a melody, over and over, all through the day? I can't stop thinking about how I'm feeling this way. She moves like sea breeze swirling around me. The fragrance that she leaves hangs in the air, soft like a whisper. She's calling me to her. These eyes have seen the most beautiful dream. Staring at the waves, we started talking, I couldn't back away. I made plans to meet tonight down by the pier, and when midnight strikes, I'm gonna hold that dream near. She moves like sea breeze swirling around me. swirling around me. The fragrance that she leaves hangs in the air, soft like a wind.